All right, this is from homework 1, question number 10, and I got a question about this. This is to get you comfortable with your calculator, and there is a video in our video resources for Module 1 that goes through different physical scientific calculators you could choose. They sell them pretty cheaply at Walmart or Amazon. They're $10 to $15, or you can get an app. And if you'll look here on the left, this is a free app. It pops up ads every once in a while, but it is a scientific calculator. You want to make sure that you're using a scientific calculator to solve this. And the way I encourage you to do it is anytime you see a number like this is 2.300 times 10 to the minus 10. There's also a video about writing numbers in scientific notation. And so you want to check that out. And it's this number divided by, I'm rewriting this the way we would handwrite it, 9.8 times 10 to the minus 6. And I want to plug this into my calculator. If you look over here on the left, you can't see my fingers doing it, but you can see the keys as they press down. I'm going to press the 2.300, and it's unfortunate that those are, let's see if I, 2.300. And then instead of clicking times 10 raised to the power, I'm going to use the scientific notation button. And this appears in different places on different calculators, and you're going to have to figure out where it is. Mine is the second function of the comma. If you look in this row, let me get it. This row, the second button is a comma, but you see up in the upper left-hand corner, it says EE. This will be almost all calculators listed as either an EE or an EXP. Some of the cheaper calculators still say this. And since it's not the main button, it is the second function, EE. And you'll notice what went up in the display up above, just the letter E. That E stands for times 10 raised to the power. It takes care of all of that. And now all I have to put in after the E button, after hitting the EE button, is negative 10. All I have to put in is that negative 10. So down here on this bottom row, the next to the last button right before the enter is the minus sign. Now, it's not the minus sign, it's the negative sign. And that sounds really confusing. This is how I subtract things. That's not what I want. This button is how I make something negative. So negative 10. So I just plugged in 2.3 times 10 to the minus 10. Now, I went ahead and typed in those zeros, but because they're significant. But the calculator is stupid. It doesn't do significant figures. So it wouldn't have mattered if I put those in. All right, now I'm going to divide by. And so I will click the divided by button, which is right there, divided by. And then I'm going to type in the 9.8 times 10 to the minus 6. So I will type in 9.8 EE negative 6. Now, I didn't have to put those in parentheses if I use the EE or the EXP button. If I am actually typing out times 10 raised to some power, I should be using parentheses. So that's just extra buttons. So I like using the EE button. And when I hit the enter, then you'll see what my calculator lists as the answer there. It looks like I want to do significant figures correctly. So I've got, let me highlight, I've got 4 sig figs in the first guy, 2 sig figs in the second guy. And so I'll round my answer to 2 sig figs. So how about 2.3? And then keep looking along what the calculator has displayed. That is, you see that E times 10 to the minus 5. This is what I'm going to type in as my answer to this question if these are my numbers. Now, when you pull up your number 10 on homework, it's going to have different numbers, but you're going to plug them in exactly that way. I hope this helps.